your if what you love doing is to see what you have developed to be like to be appealing, or for users to see what you have developed, like for them to see how beautiful it is, they can go for the front end. But if you want to actually be able to manipulate the back end, then go for what back end developer. But start from one angle. If you start from front end, learn all the languages you have to learn, like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Next.js, and a whole lot more. When you are done with that particular language, then you move on to the next, which is Python, which is on back end. Then from back end, you cannot say you are now a full stack engineer. Don't try to learn everything at the same time. Start from one angle, then ascend or transition to the rest. So that was my answer to you.
Okay, so the next one said, what project should I build as a beginner in software development?
Nice. The first project you should build is your portfolio. Yes. Now that's a mistake I did when although I did build a portfolio though, but I didn't put too much effort into the portfolio. It's just, I think it should be, it might still be online though, but I don't really know. I don't even care anymore because I want to build a new one. Now that's a problem, or rather that's a thing that most techies don't do. Good, you are done learning a particular programming language, right? You've gone through every nitty-gritty, every area, and to you are good. But do you have any proof to show it? No, you don't. The first thing you should build is your portfolio. Because after building your portfolio, anything you build thereafter, you can be putting them into your portfolio. Do you get it? That way, even if you are still a newbie, and then someone asks you, who are you? And you're like, I'm a front-end developer, or I'm a back-end developer, and they'll ask you, okay, good, what have you done? Now, mind you, when you build your portfolio for the very first time, good, when you get to the work section, or when you get to the experience section, nothing might be there, right? Nothing will definitely be there, because that's the first time we're building something. Nothing will be there. But the fact that you're able to build that portfolio website shows that you have done something. Do you understand? And also, in your portfolio website, even though you've not actually built a real world website or application, now when you're going through your course, be it you're using YouTube, you're using LinkedIn Learning, you're using FreeCodeCamp, whatever platform you're using, definitely as you are going through that course, they are going to give you few projects to do, right? Those projects you have done, you then put them into your portfolio. That way, even if you are a newbie, even if you are a fresh graduate from any particular test skill, you can still get a job because you now have something to show. So if anyone asks you, even if your friends ask that, I'm like, what can you do? I have built my portfolio. And in that portfolio, you are able to put all those other things you are able to build during your course into that portfolio. So that's what I think. The first thing to actually build when you are a newbie is your portfolio website. Thereafter, whenever you build something else, you can then start putting those projects into your portfolio website. So that's my answer to the question.
Okay, the next question says, how can I get freelance work as a Nigerian developer?
How can you get freelance work? If I'm to give you an answer based on 2 years ago, I would definitely say that you should go on to Fiverr, go on to Upwork. I think that was a few years away from now, few years back rather. If I'm to give you an answer based on few years back, I would say that you should go and open an account in Fiverr or Upwork, of which I have an account there, but I have not gotten the gig until now. It is so difficult, and they've increased their they've increased their points to actually apply for gigs. So that would have been the best way to actually get high paying gigs and good gigs. But currently, the best way to get clients based on the 21st century and based on this year 2024 is to create content. It cannot be overemphasized. Creating content is like the best way to get your perfect client. Because me, for example, I don't want to work with Nigerian clients. That's number one. I want to work with clients abroad, and even if it's even a Nigerian client, they should be able to pay me well. The only way I can, and for you to get a high paying client, it means that you know what you are doing. It means that you are going to give them enough value to actually qualify to be paid that amount of money. So the best way for you to actually show people that I know what I'm doing is to create content. Yes, creating content creation, and on what platforms? On YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, in fact anywhere they have human beings. Please put your content out there. And the numbers, even if at the very first time you start getting just 1 view, 2 views, 3 views, over time, as far as you are consistent, people will definitely notice you. And once they notice you, they'll start recommending you. If from there you grow a community, and to me that's just the best way to get clients as a freelancer. Whether you're trying to work for a company or you're trying to be a freelancer that's working for individuals, the best way is for you to actually create content. That's just the best and simple way.
Okay, the next one say, what is the best way to keep my coding skill up to date? So what is the best way to keep my coding skill up to date?
Okay. Now, the best way for you to keep your coding skill up to date is to create projects. Yes, that's the best way. The best way for you to actually keep your coding skills is to create projects too. Even if you don't have a client, right? Even if you don't have a client to work on his or her project or a company's project, create your own personal project. Now, there's a particular YouTube account, particular YouTube platform, a YouTuber that I actually love. Oh God, I love this guy's content so much that if I had all the time in the world, I want to create every single thing that he has. It's called the guy's YouTube account is called JavaScript Mastery. If you go there, if you're looking for because I'm a front-end developer, if you're looking for a very slick and up-to-date AI platform, it is there. The guy has created it. If you're looking for an app, it is there. If you're looking for an AI app, it is there. Like different kinds of projects are there. That I just can't wait to actually start doing them. That's the thing. So if you want to actually keep your skills up to date, whenever like having such an account at your disposal, whenever you are less busy or you don't have any project at hand, that means if you're not working at any client's project, just go there and pick up a project and do it. Remember, by doing that, you are indirectly helping yourself. That is, you are indirectly keeping your skills sharp. And number two, you are also adding more skills or experience to your portfolio. And actually, even if you don't have a client, right? You don't have a client to actually pay you money to actually build their website or to build anything for them. You can actually build something and host it yourself. Thankfully, there are different kinds of platforms that they have almost very cheap and easy domains and platforms that you can actually host your project. So when you are done creating such project, you can actually host it and make it live. So when your recruiters see what you have done and then see that particular project you did is even live, they want to employ you. Because normally if they say that particular project is not live, they'll be like, okay, this one is trying to learn. But I'm not wearing Michael. But if they actually see that your project is even live, they might think that you built that particular project for a client and you were paid for it. Whereas you're not paid for it. You don't want to actually use your own money, which is a cheap amount of money, to host it and put it live. And that will actually boost your performance over other people that are trying to actually apply for that same job. So that's the best thing to actually do. If you want to actually keep your skills sharpened and up to date, always build new projects.
Okay, the next one say, how do I get involved in open source projects?
Easy, through GitHub.
That's the question.
Okay. Now, how do I
get involved in open source projects?
How do I get involved in open source projects? The best and easy way to get involved in open source projects is number one, you going on GitHub. When on GitHub, there are so many open source projects that you can actually contribute to. That's like the easiest. And number two is you can go on Facebook. You can go on Facebook, even YouTube as well, and even sometimes Instagram. No, sorry, rather. No, but if you have to look for open source projects that there are a lot of persons actually contributing to it. Number one is GitHub. You can find a lot of open source projects on GitHub that you can contribute to. All you have to do is to fork the project into your system, work on it, and then repost it. That's simple. Then number two is that you can actually go on platforms like Twitter. Yes, Twitter is very important. Even I myself, I'm defaulting that aspect. Twitter has so many communities, so many accounts that they post things about tech. They post different kinds of projects that you can actually contribute to and give your own contribution. Alright. So apart from Twitter, you also have even Instagram. Yes, you also have Instagram, even Facebook. As far as there's a community, or as well, sometimes you can see some competitions whereby they'll be like, they want, like, if you have any, like, they'll be like, now let two, three or more persons come together and create a project, and they'll get a particular amount of reward. So you can join such competitions. Join the competition. Look for other persons that actually also want to do such competition. Join them together and then create such project that will actually earn you money if you get actually win. So to answer your question, you can either go through to YouTube, to GitHub, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Okay, this next one said, how do I make my code secure?
That is a question for a cybersecurity expert. But just to answer that question, how do I make my code secure? Okay, I don't really know much about that question, alright. But if I'm to build a particular project and I'm trying to make that my code more secure, I am going to encrypt my code. It's that simple. I will make my code encrypted. That's number one. You can encrypt your code. And number two, although I can't really explain what encrypting is all about, but that is also a way to actually make your code secure. That is number one. Number two, that you should be mindful of where, or whether you should be mindful of the hosting platform that you are going to launch your project. And number three is, while also writing your code, you can make your code complex. Like, don't make it as simple that anybody that just comes there can easily understand what you've written. You can write your code in a way that it will be very, very complex for anybody to understand except you who wrote it. So that's the way you can actually make your code more secure.
Okay, this one says, how do I contribute to global coding community as a Nigerian developer?
Like I said, guys, how do you contribute to global coding communities as a Nigerian? Like I said, through GitHub. Go to GitHub, find projects that are up for contribution and contribute to them. Fork them into your system and contribute to them. Also, go on Twitter. Look for fellow Nigerians like you who are also techies and are giving out their code for people to contribute to it. And also you can also see some competitions online, either on YouTube, either on Facebook, Twitter, and even Instagram. When you see such competitions, actually join and look for other persons that also want to contribute to such projects. Join them, build with them, and it will actually help you grow.
Okay, this one says, what soft skills are important in the tech industry?
What soft skills are important in the tech industry? Okay, to me, that is why so many Nigerian developers are broke and hungry, because they don't have that particular soft skill of what we call what's the word? What way should I make it of? Being able to sell yourself. Yes. Now, apart from you having all the technical skills that you can, like being so good in a particular language, being able to build something so complex, you need to be able to sell yourself to actually get gigs, right? Imagine I ask you, who are you? What can you do? And then you start stumbling, you start saying things that to me doesn't even make sense. I will not want to employ you. But if you can actually sell yourself, which is what we call marketing, that is a very important soft skill that you need to anybody in this world that wants to make money should be a master of that skill, marketing. You should be able to market yourself, market your services, market your skills to any potential clients. So that's the number one soft skill that everyone should have, even as a techie. The number two soft skill you should also have is what we call communication. You be able to communicate what you can do to anybody and anyone, and be able to convince them. Now, you might be good at marketing, being able to you know how to create content and about what you are saying might be stupid or might be wrong or might not be passing across the message you want them to receive. Okay, so that is why you should be able to know how to communicate effectively. That is a very, very important soft skill that everyone should have.
Okay, please hold on a bit for us.
I don't feel your storage.
No, you're not full. Not really.
Temperature.
No, I have phone and their temperature.
Okay. I don't tire.
No.
Don't go past 1 hour already like this.
You never reach. Never reach.
We never reach.
Sienna, serious. Hey!
What?
Something went wrong. Nah, really,
because let me say it's not work. Man, I'm not gonna do it again.
I just hope it's not Victor's village people. I just hope it's not Victor's village people.